Come on. Well, hello there. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the show. It is time for another exhilarating episode of the PodSquares. We are the X's and the O's that are hanging out with you guys tonight. Hello, Amber is here. We have some topics we're going to get into, Amber. So glad you could join us for this.
Amber.
And actually, we want to throw this out there for Amber. If you ever want to join us on the show, this is a cast for all cast that's open to anybody. So you're always welcome if you want to join in with us at any point. Let us know. We can add you to the list. We can send you the link and come hang out if you wish. It's up to you.
If you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a friend, anybody that wants to join in, as long as you let them know what we're talking about. Absolutely.
And we have Yolanda joining us there. Good evening. Glad you could tune in to the show.
Good to see you, Yolanda.
All right. But yeah, this is PodSquare. So this is the collab show for anybody who might be new and is not familiar with this. That's fine. Yeah, no, you're good, Amber. That's okay. Just an open invitation. Just wanted you to make sure you're aware. This is a show where we have this part of the Airway Kingdom Network. You guys know the network that we launched. This is sort of a collab show that we want to feature the different podcasters, different personalities. Trying to see who always get interested that kind of come on here. This could be a rotating cast kind of a show. We want to feature everybody involved just so that everybody gets a little bit of time. Hey, Amber says big hoss.
Hey.
So this is going to be an epic show. We talk about different categories, different topics. Sometimes we play games. It's a very similar theme to a lot of the shows that we do. We do have some great topics we're going to talk about tonight. We got some things we're going to share as well. And then from there, who knows? One only knows what could happen. So,
and the key to today is only I know the topics. Although
technically, I know some of them. I just don't have them in front of me. But I also didn't feel like running everything, so I'm like, I'll give you Lazy Slug something to do, because I could do enough here, but I don't have to do everything. So,
I've been called a sloth, never a slug.
Would you prefer a sloth? I could think of another term, but I don't know if I can say it on YouTube. So
sloths are cute.
I was thinking of another term, but I don't know. It kind of is like a sloth. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with strut. We'll put it that way.
Are we just replacing the T?
We're replacing the no. We're replacing the TR.
Oh, I thought
yeah.
UT.
Is it as we talked earlier, like a woman of the night?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you got the point. Yeah, there you go. Just so we're
I have a story. I have a story. I gotta tell this story.
Okay, let me just. So just to let people know, Big Hoss is famous for his lifestyle and history of stories. He's got them coming out of there, and everywhere. So Big Hoss, is this? If you were to rate this as a movie rating, what would this story be?
Probably it's not the best of them I've told, but
but is it PG? Is it G? Is it PG-13? Is it R or is it X?
I think it's R.
Okay.
No boy.
Go for it. Do we need to know anything? Is there a backdrop?
So
Amber remembers here. Look at
that. We have this guy this Vietnamese guy that comes around every now and then to our parking lot.
Oh boy.
Cigarette butts. And
here we go.
My neighbor. And the other day, my neighbor, I asked him, I go, have you seen so and so recently, and he's all, yeah, I saw him last night. And he goes, funny story. He told me, yeah, I sold it. He sold his ass to the street to the night, is what he said. And I was like, we started cracking jokes.
There's nothing like jokes about male prostitution.
And we were joking. We were joking that because he said that it was a chick, because we asked him if it was a guy or a chick, and he said it was a chick, but she was big, ugly. And I go, I think it was a guy dressed up as a chick that tucked it back, and he secretly got his booty cheeks clapped.
What does that mean, clapped?
Oh, Bill. Oh.
I don't know what that means. I'm naive. Please enlighten me.
Let's do this. We're gonna come visit you. We're gonna have a night on the town in Canada. We're gonna take you to a Canadian gay club, and we'll let you know what clap the cheeks means then.
Okay, here's my story about gay clubs. When I was in university, I'm gonna say second or third year, so I was 21, 20. In Ottawa, Ontario, the capital of Canada, there's a district called the Market District where there's like 15 bars within. And the town is known for having the odd adult establishment where women remove their clothes. So we had just been at the dance bar beside us, and we had our fill of cheap Budweiser. And one of my roommates said, let's go to this strip club.
Sorry, not to interrupt you. Thank you for saying that. I'll be right back. I'm going to I forgot to grab my beer. So thank you for that. Go ahead. Keep going.
Okay. Anyways, so we were going down. He says, there's a strip club down the road. How would you like to come? I was like, there's a bear shit in the woods? Absolutely.
That's a poor choice of words too, but go ahead.
So we get in, and the club is called Cheeks.
Oh, boy.
But, I mean,
that's a male strip club.
Well, it could be easily a strip club of females.
Yeah.
And so I was like, whatever. And I was, halfway 3 sheets to the wind anyways. So, okay. And my roommate, as we got in, there was a cover. He paid for me. So, I don't know. In 1995, that would have been, I don't know, a $10 cover. Well, we keep looking, and there's go-go dancers in cages across the ceiling. And I'm like, okay, all right. They're giving you entertainment up top. Is there going to be more when we get to the stage? And we see the bars on either side, and we keep looking for the stage. And there's a lot of gentlemen in wife beaters running around the club and people wearing really exotic things. It was a gay club. We did not know going in. It was a gay club. And you know what? I didn't feel that uncomfortable. I only felt bad that I kept walking, looking for the stage. I kept looking, kept going forward. Where's Pervert's Row? Where's there a table? There was none. But there were girls dancing in go-go, like their little cages, And I was like,
Bill, I got news for you. Those are drag queens in the cage.
Were they drag queens?
Oh, so those were dudes.
Hey, I was gonna say,
but
that was dudes dressed as women, my boy.
And my only in my head, it wasn't so much the situation I was in. I had to decide whether we were getting a beer or not. Because if we're getting a beer, I'm staying for the dance or whatever. But I do remember a lot of small Asian guys running around. And I was like, okay,
wow.
So that's my gay bar story.
That didn't end quite the way I thought it might end, but
I was looking for nipples, but not those nipples.
You got more than you bargained for then.
I got more than I bargained for. But again, I didn't feel uncomfortable. It was just a decision. Are we going to stay? If we are going to stay, I need a couple of Bat Blue. I'll tell you that much.
You probably would have felt less uncomfortable if you had a few beers in you. Then you probably would have been adventurous too. That could have been a fun night. So
well, maybe I would have taken my shirt off.
I was going to say something else, but yeah, that's one option.
And it's kind of disappointing. Nobody hit on me. Maybe I wasn't there long enough.
Huh.
Yeah. But I do remember
you know what? We all been there at one point or time. So
we stumbled out of that bar, and where did we go after? I don't know. Probably a pub down the road. But I did feel bad that he paid for me.
why would? Well, you know,
I think he knew it was a gay bar.
Well, they must have thought we were a couple.
All right, now we can go back. I got my beer.
I think it was a setup, Bill. I think they were trying to get in your pants.
No, Ian. No, Ian.
So close. So close.
My roommate Ian. We were living in a house. There were 5 guys living in a house, and there was one morning. I don't know, 7 a.m. I got up. I was walking around in my skivvies, and I go to take a piss in the toilet, and he's in the shower with the chick. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Be at first, Bill.
No, yeah. I would say. I said to him, I said, "Don't worry, keep doing as is, but I gotta pee."
Just don't mind. Yeah, please don't mind me.
Yeah, continue with your loofah. I've got to pee. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So he was not gay, or he could have been bisexual, but I don't think so.
He was gay adjacent.
Gay adjacent. He liked to dabble.
just a little bit.
There's nothing wrong with it. If you're homosexual, I don't care. But it's not what we expected. Let's just put it that way.
You know, when you're young, you kind of realize the thing I'm learning is when you're younger and you have these experiences, it's really definitely interesting because you don't ever think about life as you're not as reflective on it until you get older. So, you know, I don't know, just really anything comes to terms when you have experiences that you look back and you say, man, I can't believe I lived such a unique, wild, crazy, chaotic, whatever you want to call it, life that, you know, just has, oops, hang on. Not that.
I was going to say, are we promoting that here?
No, I hit the button by mistake. But you know, it's and you don't always. Sometimes you don't figure these things out right away until later on. And at the time, it doesn't seem to affect you. It doesn't seem to really resonate. But it's really fun when you can look back. And again, I always say too, like those embarrassing moments, they're embarrassing at the time, but when you go back and you revisit it, you can laugh about it later. Obviously, like there's always,
if we go back to more university stories in the mid '90s. There was one night where I went out with my roommate, Matt, and we were, we're decent looking guys, single, whatever. And all I know is I woke up the next morning in a woman's dorm.
That's one story. But yeah, Amber, we can watch you guys Saturday. We might be live at the time, but we can give it a shot.
If I'm around, I will. My Fridays and Saturdays, I can't always speak to, but... let's just say, Pamela, I ate some cookie. I'll just leave it at that.
You mean Amber?
Or Amber? No, sorry, no. See, Yolanda.
No. But we're talking. It's 10:30 p.m. our time. Yeah, we're usually live at that point, but we do keep tabs on it a lot of times. We're gonna have. I mean, unless Bill's free, he might. But we're gonna have probably our show is gonna be live that night too. But we'll definitely we keep tabs on it. I do think we follow it, and we have we're linked to a few things. So,
and you might get my walking home, having a joint for the full mile till I get home.
Yeah, I'm sure one of these nights we're just worried we don't lose you somewhere in the fold.
Walk and talk.
Yeah, walk and chew gum.
But anyways, for today's podcast,
very nice.
Justin was busy. And he's bestowed upon me and set the agenda. So I went on to ChatGPT, I went to Yahoo, I went to Google. I found some interesting trending headlines that we're not talking something that will be divisive. We're talking about things that are worth talking about, but I don't think will cause any issue that will raise your blood pressure. Let's put it that way.
I guess we'll find out, but either way,
Big Hoss's blood pressure, but
no, Big Hoss. After this, you can have a cold shower. Your blood pressure will go right down.
Yeah, you know the drill.
I feel like it's going to raise my blood pressure one way or the other.
No, I don't think so. I chose things that Male, female, regardless, whoever, you can comment on these with ease.
That's for you, Bill. Are you snuggling up with a blanket?
Yes, I got a soft blanket.
Because he chooses not to wear pants sometimes, so you know.
Yeah, are you wearing pants under the bill?
Pardon?
Are you wearing pants under the
Do you
bill?
really want to find out? You want to see it?
Do you want there to be a grand reveal?
No.
I'll be right back. You go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead. I'll be.
I'm at an age now that I don't care about looking cool. I just want comfort.
Cool is not exactly the word I was going to use to describe what was about to happen. So.
That would have been
happened. Did you go south there for a minute?
Well, Amber wants to know. She's asking Bill to prove it.
Well, if you got to hang around till the end of the episode to see what's below a man's kill.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, yep.
I think that's a whole nother episode for the OnlyFans.
Could be.
Oh, and by the way, I'm still trying to get a poll of people. I'm looking for some secondary income. Should I do OnlyFans feet? Is there a demand for a middle-aged man and his funky feet? Would anybody pay, man or woman? I'm not this. Is there a demand for feet?
I'm pretty sure that, considering some of the things and content that's out there nowadays, I'm gonna venture to say it's probably a safe bet that yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
Does somebody get either sexually aroused or just plain out interested in feet?
Well, I don't know.
Some people get.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you want to finish? Keep going. What's that?
Some people get aroused. Some people just
people.
It's a fetish, perhaps. This isn't the sexual talk podcast, but that could be a topic. Whoever takes that on.
Maybe I'm going to give you guys a minute. I'll be right back.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Anyway, on the topics, what do you got? Go ahead.
On the topics.
So do I, Amber. So do I.
I had a whole list of topics, but right on the top of it today, one of the most influential men in broadcasting and entertainment and wrestling passed away. Mr. Ted Turner passed away at the age of, what was he, 89?
Something like that. He was up there.
87.
87.
And I didn't realize, I hadn't heard from him in a while, so I think I just kind of assumed he had passed.
Mm-hmm.
But he died until now, but he died of essentially, was it dementia?
Probably.
He died. Now, this is an article on Yahoo News. Ted Turner's legacy as a businessman and outspoken environmentalist will continue after his death at 87. Turner died surrounded by his family, and he had given money to uplifting causes, which is great, ties in with our podcast, including the United Nations Refugee and Children Program and conservation efforts, and is survived by his 5 children, 14 grandchildren, and 2 great-grandchildren.
Wow.
Now, when you first heard that he died, or maybe this is the first time, what is the first thought about Ted Turner that comes into your head? See, for you, I would have thought it was WCW.
Could be. Yeah, I mean, it's one, like, I really actually didn't find out till today that he had died, so I didn't really have much time to think about it. But
I didn't know until early this afternoon. I don't think it was announced till.
Well, honestly, the real truth of the answer, I think, is my thoughts about it are, and there's been a lot of deaths over the last several months. I'm not shocked anymore, because there's just been there was such a stream of people, of celebrities dropping, I don't want to say dropping dead, but they're dying, and so, when you're seeing that and you're around it and you hear it quite often, it doesn't necessarily shell shock you. I mean, obviously, memories fly back, and I would say WCW. I remember a lot of those things from way back when, but it's just the reality. When I first thought is, when you live that long, and not everybody gets a long life, kind of that vibe. It's really, first of all, a testament if you make it that far. In this day and age, our civilization is different now, where people are not. I don't think the lifespan. I mean, obviously, the generations have changed. I don't think the lifespan is like it was, like our people that were that generation before us. So I think I just always think it's a true testament when a person has that reaches that ripe old age, because again, I don't think a lot of people are expecting to live that long. So it's usually what I think about. And I think about a lot of other celebrities. Like my next big question is when I look at the tabloid, who's going to die next? Because there's always some kind of, whether it's fake or real, there's always some kind of news out there that's circulating stuff.
Well, years ago, one of my friends and I at work, it may sound morbid, but we had a death pool. And who do you think the next celebrity of note will pass? 15 years ago, we had Willie Nelson on the list. And he is still going
strong. Still going.
I say it's the ganja. That's what's keeping him pickled.
You know what the nice thing about that is? At least you guys had group participation, because you know what they say, the morbid, the merrier.
Good. Now, Haas, do you have any connection at all to Mr. Turner? Yeah, and that's true. There are not a lot of people that live in their 70s, 80s, and 90s. We celebrate them.
Not anymore. Yeah, this is generation change. It's massive. So,
Did you ever deal with anything, especially with you living in the U.S., Haas, with Ted Turner? Because I know he was bigger there than he was in Canada.
I don't think I heard of him.
Oh, okay. That's where some research. This is where my mind went first. And maybe this displays my bias in terms of what I watch and what I don't. For me, the first thought I had of Ted Turner was that's the bastard that colorized all the black and white movies.
Well, that's something at least. I mean, at least it's memorable for you in some context.
Yeah, like he wasn't a bad guy, but when he got Turner Classic Movies, he got it in his head that yes, he was innovative and he is creative to find them, but you don't colorize It's a Wonderful Life. You don't colorize To Kill a Mockingbird. You don't, there were color films back then, but they were made and they were expensive and there was a reason, Gone with the Wind, etc. But 98% of films until about 1967, 68 were black and white.
Oh, he's the founder of CNN.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
The other thing that I thought of was he was married to Jane Fonda. And she was a good-looking woman, still is, but she was a very strong woman. She was a very good actress. Anybody who's seen Barbarella will attest to that. But, I mean, she's still acting now. What she's on that show about Frankie, something in Frankie, I don't know. My wife, Jen, watches it. I don't watch any television that isn't sports or cooking. So
I'm going to give you guys the reins from it. I have to use the little boys' room. I'll be right back.
Okay. Thanks for telling us.
You're welcome.
But yeah, Big Hoss, Ted Turner he bought this, I guess, a smaller television station in Atlanta and built it up to CNN. And when he did CNN, the question was, would people want to watch news for 24 hours? Because this is prior to the internet. This is prior to a lot of the satellite TVs that we have now. So would somebody want to sit and watch the stock market? Would somebody want to watch, if it bleeds, it leads for 24 hours? But to his credit, he kind of built up the entertainment side as well. Obviously, with his wife, he had an in with that, but they became really well known. I mean, Wolf Blitzer became a household name through CNN. Personally, now I haven't watched CNN in ages. Not because I don't think and it has nothing to do with being on the left or the right or anything. I just don't want to sit and watch news for 24 hours. I rarely watch the news. My philosophy is if it's important enough, it'll get to me. Or my mom tells me when I call her. I can't watch. Do you watch much CNN, Haas?
No, I don't really watch much news. I believe that news is another form of brainwashing people.
In a sense, in a sense, there's some propaganda involved. But depending upon the network, like they will say CNN is too far on the left and Fox is too far on the right. And NBC and ABC are kind of in that mushy middle. I think ABC is a little bit more right. I think NBC might be a little bit more left. I've never been a political guy in terms of your politics make you. And CNN is just, I don't want to watch it all the time. I just don't want to watch it.
I don't like watching news because I get depressed from the news.
But the other thing that CNN does have is they do some pretty decent, from what my mom says, like documentaries, investigative kind of stuff on the Hollywood side. Or
I'll watch documentaries and investigative like shows, but
yeah, when I grew up, the big investigative show was 2020, and you used to watch that for what goes on in the banking world, what guy's trying to rip you off. Are the mechanics really being true to what the problem with your car is, like that kind of stuff. But we didn't have CNN. But do you have any closing notes on Ted Turner, Mr. Sam Crow?
The only thing I would say is, and I respect the fact, because again, I'm in the entrepreneur vein, and I always respect those that do that. When you lose an icon there, and it's always, and that's why I should say what I said earlier. It's not that it doesn't make it any less sad, so I don't want people to misunderstand. It's just like I said, you kind of become numb to it because you reach a point where, you just people reach a certain age, you kind of expect that. But I will say ultimately that, the contributions that he made, as well as others like him that have been in business, that have passed on, those are such timeless pieces that have added so much to our society and our culture. So, we give high respect and high kudos there because he built his entire life. He essentially built empires, if you think about it. And some of the most fundamental things that we probably wouldn't have had he not, we could have been lost or never experienced. So you always want to pay that tribute there, because it's just, we appreciate, it's almost like with history, we appreciate our founders, where they come from, we appreciate where great ideas come from, where some of our greatest technology comes from, and the like. So that should be, for me, just recognition there.
And when you think of him being a pioneer of being a 24-hour news station,
right?
That kind of laid the groundwork for 24-hour music, MTV, 24-hour sports, ESPN. Those kind of things would not have come along if it was not for the vision of Ted Turner.
Exactly. So we do obviously give that salute. That's huge, and obviously prayers and best thoughts to the family, because that's hard to lose a family member. So
now here's the question that just kind of came to my head, and Big Hoss, remember we're talking, sometimes comes on the fly. What celebrity has hit you the hardest in their death, or made you think?
That's a good one.
One,
any celebrity or anybody of note. Like, I know maybe your grandpa's death hurt you a lot, but somebody that the world at large would know who they are.
Let me think about that for a minute.
Yeah, it's worth a thought. The only reason I know is I've been asked that before. And so
I would have to say, as of recently, the first one that I ever had was Texas Ranger, or Chuck Norris. That one hit really hard for me because I used to love Walker, Texas Ranger.
I used to watch that on the couch with my dad. I don't know, was it Friday nights on ABC or whatever?
I can sing the theme song, man. Like, I love that.
The stage is yours. Go.
Oh, I have to be listening to the music too.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, we can't for copyright reasons too. But yes, we get it.
So I can't. I really can't.
But soon, Pamela, copyright won't make a difference. All right, Sam.
Hold on. I got a way around this.
The creative mind.
I like it so far.
Hold on.
Was that a song, or did you pass gas?
Neither.
The anticipation is killing me. What do we have here?
That's good.
Okay, what have you produced?
Hold on.
It should be interesting.
I've got a great view of your chin there, Sam.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm multitasking, trying to get this stuff up here while we're waiting for this to be entertaining. So I'm done now.
The audience is just in awe and is anticipating.
Well, while you're figuring that out, let me answer mine, and then you can do it then. Because actually, my answer is going to be the same, but for a different. I mean, I watched Walker too, but for the more personal connection of the martial arts.
Just the videos are coming up. I was trying to look up the lyrics,
Yeah, but for the martial arts, being in that community, I've been doing martial arts for a long time. Just being like in that brother, you lose an icon like that. It's kind of equating like when you lose Bruce Lee and you lose. I don't do quite the same arts. I mean, probably the judo kata is the only thing that I have in common with Chuck Norris, but there's still icons in there. And when you look to someone again, he's trained his entire life, and so I've always respected him. He's one of my top favorites just because of iconic reasons for that. And the messages there, the philosophies he shared over the years. I followed the methods that he taught, his own background, things of that nature. When you kind of lose, again, talk about pioneering there. When you lose somebody of that magnitude, it really kind of hits home because it also sparks the reality of, times really change, right? I mean, here, we don't think about it when you're younger. Like a lot of people have died over the course of when I was younger and stuff. And, you don't really focus on that. But as of late, it's just kind of like another staple of this stuff is just really happening. It's reality. It's real. It's really becoming more and more an everyday life thing. So,
okay.
It has a big impact.
I got it. Thank you, Bill. Bill really wants to hear this.
Oh, Lord.
In the eyes of the ranger, the unsuspecting stranger had better know
the truth of wrong from right.
Because the eyes of the ranger are upon you. Any wrong you do, he's gonna see. When you're in Texas, look behind you.
Close it out, because that's where the ranger's gonna be.
That was awesome. I love that. That was great. See, Chase, anytime you want anything that's musical, I'll find it for you. Trust me.
Yep.
For me, as much as I like Chuck Norris, I thought he was awesome. Silent Rage. If anybody hasn't seen Silent Rage,
that's a good film. I love. Yeah, it's a good film.
It's a combination of kind of like action, martial arts, and horror, all kind of blended into one.
Yep.
For me, I have twofold. One was, I don't know, was it 6 months ago? Miss Betty White. Miss Betty White was just an amazing person, and she would stand up for. She was really big with animal safety. She was really big in her causes. But she would tell you like it is, like she was an actress in the 40s. She had dealt with, the casting couches and dealt with the misogyny.
That was she died New Year's Eve 2021.
Oh, was that long? Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
5 years ago. She was a great, have you seen Lake Placid?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, she's great. Feeding the alligator. Oh, she's fantastic. So, I almost chose a woman and a man. The woman is Betty White. God love her. If Dolly Parton ever dies, I don't know what's going to happen. I love Dolly.
I loved her in The Proposal. That was a great film. Her role in that one too. That was good.
Oh, see, I thought you were going to say 9 to 5.
That was good. No, not Dolly Parton. Betty White.
Oh, Betty White. Oh,
have you seen the?
What a way to make a living.
Come on, no, but we got to see you, Haas. You've got it in you. She was also in the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas.
Yep.
Dabney Coleman, I think, was in that one as well.
Yep.
And Dabney was in 9 to 5 as well. They must have had a thing going. The other person that died that hit me, I think it was 2022. Neil Peart, drummer from Rush.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, that's another one from. I should probably mention that too. So
yeah, I will argue that he's in the top 3 drummers in history in rock and roll.
Yep. And he died January 7th, 2020.
2020. I remember I was sitting at do you guys have the restaurant Montana's?
No, but I think we have something similar, but I'm familiar with it.
So I was sitting, sucking back.
Montana's Grill?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that.
I was sucking back ribs, I think, at Montana's, and all of a sudden it came across that Neil died, and all of a sudden, because I mean, he was, I will argue, the greatest rock and roll drummer of all time.
Yeah,
he wrote all the songs, but he was an introvert. So after the concert, Neil and Alex would go down to meet the crowd and kiss the babies and sign the autographs. He would sit in his room. He wanted no part of the celebrity end of it. He said, his hero was Keith Moon. And he said, as much as I loved Keith Moon, I could never imagine going to his hotel room and knocking on his door and asking for a picture.
Oh, wow. This is really interesting. I'm reading a little bit more. So he died from glioblastoma.
Yep.
And
nobody knew.
And Pert's father, Glenn, died of cancer on June 12, 2021.
Yep.
And Pert's brother, Danny, died also of glioblastoma on March 13th, 2025.
Well, the whole thing behind him is not even those. Within a year, I'm going to say, he lost both his wife and his daughter. And Rush basically took a hiatus, and they didn't know if they'd get him back.
Mm-hmm.
And what he did is he got on his motorcycle and just drove. And he wrote a book about his travels, and he was the kind of guy that would go to a diner, have a coffee, have some toast, and just sit there reading a book. He wasn't into the publicity. So that was my second celebrity death that hit me.
There you go.
So, Jace, I'm going to tie in your singing with the next story that we're going to talk about.
Oh, boy.
Baby, if you've ever wondered whatever became of me, I'm living on the air in Cincinnati, WKRP. In Cincinnati, there is a radio station that I think it was called like the Oasis or something.
Yeah.
And they got rid of that moniker, and they're now known as WKRP. So now, and the first person
I'm not from Cincinnati.
No, but everybody knows. Have you never seen the TV show Cincinnati WKRP?
No. Venus
Flytrap, Johnny Fever, Mr. Carlson.
Oh, okay.
And so the first person that went on the air to say good morning was Gary Sandy, who was on the show. And so if you're in the Cincinnati area, you got to smile. I don't know if they had to pay for this or how they acquired the new call letters, but maybe it was just for publicity. Have you never seen the episode about the Thanksgiving? And their news guy, Les Nessman, was standing outside a store in downtown Cincinnati. And he's looking up above, and he goes, "Oh, my God, what's coming down from the plane? Turkeys!" And the head of the station, Mr. Carlson, by the love of God, I thought turkeys could fly. And Les Nessman is reporting on it like it's the Titanic. Oh, the humanity! Please tell me, people, am I the only one that knows WKRP?
No, I'm familiar with it.
It was only on for 5 years, I think 77 to 82.
Something like yeah.
But I mean, the cast. I mean, you had Howard Hessman, you had Tim Reed. Who was the one that played the secretary? Blondie. Cast. Let me see here. I should know it. Lonnie Anderson.
There you go.
Lonnie Anderson. You had Frank Bonner, played Herb Tarlick. You had Gordon Jump, played Arthur Carlson. Richard something or other. Richard Sanders played Les Nessman. Jan Smithers played Bailey. Oh, it was great. It was great. So if anybody out there has not seen WKRP, look it up on YouTube. Go to your local store that sells DVDs if you can still find one. WKRP is worth your time.
So
here you go.
On today's snack agenda, I came up with a new dipping sauce for mozzarella sticks and onion rings.
Oh, so your own personal creation?
Yeah.
Okay, so please divulge what it is.
So you get a jar of queso. You dip the mozzarella sticks and onion rings in queso.
Ah, okay.
Well, so that's not exactly original. It's a good thought, though.
It is a good thought.
It has been done before.
When I get onion rings, I dunk it into plum sauce or sweet and sour sauce. That's what I usually use.
Now that can be.
What's your dip of choice, Sam?
Really, it just depends. I like a little sweet and spicy. I've had like some sweet and spicy like mustard types. Little barbecue, little like sweet honey barbecue kind of thing. I really love. Well, this is more of a classic, but I really love like a shrimp cocktail. So the cocktail sauce. I've used it.
Red sauce. Yeah.
Yep, I've used it on other things, not just shrimp. I found it used pretty much a good usage for that.
I got a buddy whose ex-girlfriend used to make it, and it's ketchup, horseradish, hot sauce, and a splash of Worcester.
Worcestershire. Yep.
That's pretty much it.
What sauce is it?
Cocktail sauce.
The red sauce if you have a shrimp cocktail.
Oh, cocktail sauce.
Yeah.
Yep. And see, for me, I am not afraid to try new foods. I'll try a lot, but I am very fussy on my condiments. So I don't eat anything with mustard. I don't eat anything with mayonnaise.
Oh, hell no.
And I don't eat relish.
You don't eat what?
Relish.
I relish the thought of that.
Because I don't like pickles.
So basically ketchup, barbecue sauce.
How do you not like pickles?
Sweet and sour sauces, Asian sauces, different hot sauces. I put sriracha on just about everything. I know that's not that hot, but it's flavorful.
It has a kick to it.
Man, Bill.
It does have.
I'm liking you. I'm not liking you anymore.
Why? What do you like that I don't?
I prefer I like mayo. I like mustard.
Oh, the other one I don't go for much. I don't go for ranch.
I love ranch. This motherfucker's got to go, Sam. We can't trust anybody that doesn't like ranch or mayo.
I don't like really ranch either, but
if you go to,
you both got to go. I'm done. I'm out of here. I got to go. See you guys. I got to go.
I already went. I'm good.
If you go to a pub or a restaurant or whatever, and they bring ranch to you with your barbecue wings, people in Buffalo would throw it at the wall. It's blue cheese sauce.
Oh,
you know what?
Dressing.
You know what? I had a horse once whose name is Mayo. And do you know sometimes mayonnaise?
Yeah. Gosh, you're the next Rodney Dangerfield.
What was the other one? There's a couple of good ones. I'll have to look them up. I follow these guys on Facebook. They're pretty funny. They're called Dear Blind Dad Jokes.
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty good.
But it's funny. The other day, I was watching an older movie, I think from the 70s, and they mentioned horses and send them to the glue factory. And I'm wondering how many people would pick up on that? Like nowadays, how many people would know if I made a reference to the glue factory and horses, what that means? Yeah, I know you do, but anybody under the age of 30, 35, unless Haas, do you know what that means?
Back when they used to make glue out of horses.
Yeah, but what that was because they had to kill it first. So you sent it off to get shot, and then you made glue out of it.
The old Yeller, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Old Yeller. Do you know that? Have you seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah.
And at the beginning of the film, they pick up the hitchhiker.
Yeah.
Ed Neal. His name, the actor is Ed Neal. And when they go in there, he's all fidgety and he wants to take pictures and all that. But they had passed by the what do you call it? What's the place where you kill the cows?
Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse. He went by the slaughterhouse and he goes, nowadays they just use an air gun to the head. It's more efficient if you just use a hammer.
Or a nail gun.
Yeah. But nowadays, I don't know. At least then, in 1974, they just. But it was like an air. Maybe there was a metal that came out of it. I don't. I'm not in that industry. If there's anybody here that is in the slaughtering industry, let us know.
Not a popular one anymore. But if you are, that'd be great. Because I mean,
Well, the thing with that is, everybody thinks it's gross, yet they're eating their burgers. It comes from somewhere, right? All the best chefs will tell you they'll go to the farm, they'll source the animals because you got to have respect for the animals, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very true.
Okay, let's go to a completely different topic.
Bill.
Yep.
Is it time for a smoke?
Not yet.
Not yet. Let's get through a couple more than I can.
Okay.
Okay, number one, when I typed in, what are the headlines? You guys are going to have to carry this one because I don't know it very well. The number one movie these days is The Devil Wears Prada 2, and it's a nostalgic monster. This is probably the strongest pop culture topic. Big box office, female audience power, nostalgia, celebrity.
I don't know anything about it because I've never seen it.
I never saw it. It never was. All I know is the poster had a woman in red heels or something. I don't think I've ever seen Devil Wears Prada.
You uncultured swine, you.
I would rather watch red as blood coming out of somebody instead of their shit.
It's not a bad movie. It's a good culture movie. I mean, I really want to see Devil Wears Prada 2. I saw the original. I have the original somewhere there.
Is it a rom-com? Is it an action? Not action, but
it's
drama?
More like a rom. It's more like a rom-com. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so it's basically.
It's stand for romantic comedy.
Yes.
Hey, give the man a prize. Yes. So it's basically features Anne Hathaway, who plays I can't think what her name is now at the hand. She's just up and coming. She wants to get into the fashion industry, and she's coming out of college, and she's trying to get her first job. And she goes to the highest, like one of the major fashion businesses in New York City, which is run by Meryl Streep. What's his name? Stanley Tucci's in it. There's a pretty good, decent sized cast, but it's her journey of being an assistant to where it's like a life story and how work takes over amongst personal life and the struggles, how much she commits because she wants the job, but she sacrifices time with friends.
So it's
family.
It's more a character study than it is about the fashion industry.
Yes and no. I mean, it does have a nice balance because it's more of the mentorship because she's trying to get on. I'm gonna look it up now because it's gonna drive me nuts since you're bringing this up. Let me pull it up because I don't remember the names of the characters. I want to be specific. So since we're being politically correct here, I'll have to look at the second one. I just realized it came out. Let's see. Characters are. I mean, I can read you if you guys don't mind a spoiler alert, but.
I have a lot of movies to watch. Devil Wears Prada is down below the Power Rangers.
So we have Meryl Streep as Miranda Priestley. She's the editor-in-chief of it's Runway. It's a magazine. I'm sorry, it's a fashion magazine.
Okay.
Anne Hathaway as Andrea or Andy Sachs, an aspiring journalist and Miranda's second assistant. Emily Blunt as Emily Charlton, Miranda's first assistant. Stanley Tucci as Nigel Kipling, Runway's fashion director who develops a mentor-like relationship with Andy. Those are the primaries. Other people involved. But yeah, so basically, that's right. I forgot Giselle Bundchen is in this also.
I love Stanley Tucci. He's one of the best character actors out there.
And you would like it. This is one of the roles I like him in, so you definitely got to watch. You have to watch it at some point because he's really good in this role.
Okay.
Because
he's always like a sarcastic side bit. Like
it's kind of the same. It's kind of the same in this film as well. He kind of has that character kind of persona going there for him. All right. Now I got to look at Devil Wears Prada 2 because I'm gonna have to watch it. Who all was in it?
They just returned everybody.
Did they?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I like Anne Hathaway. She's a good actress. So
yeah, Lucy Liu is in it. B.J. Novak.
Oh, so they took the concept, but they just went to a different.
Rachel Bloom,
different fashion house.
Let's see who else makes Lady Gaga makes a special appearance. Donatella Versace, Marc Jacobs, Sierra, Caleb Harper, Ashley Graham, Amelia Dimberg, Heidi Klum, Winnie Harlow, Carl Anthony Towns, John Batiste, Law Roach, Jenna Bush Hager, Naomi Campbell, Kara Swisher, and Rory McIlroy.
Suffice to say, we're going to see some nice-looking men and women in various layers of clothing.
And really, honestly, it's not as much as it is tailored for fashion. There's the storylines are usually very, very good, at least now from the first one. I can't really say because I haven't seen the second one yet, but I'm going to venture to guess if it's anything like the first one, the dynamics are probably still similar. So I wouldn't be surprised that it's not as at least similar on the vein of what the first one offered. Because again, the sequels are always hit or miss, depending on.
It might be the same in spirit with an obvious different change to the story.
Yeah, everybody's older, obviously, too. I think the Devil Wears probably came out in 2005. Oh, gosh, 2006, something like that. It's been like 20 years now. Okay. So, but
Anne Hathaway still looks great. She's fantastic.
She's 43, I think. 42. She's a little older than me.
She was in her early 20s when she did that?
Yep.
Okay.
Which makes sense because actually...
My crush when I was... My celebrity crush when I was in growing up was Halle Berry.
Oh, I thought you were saying Anne Hathaway. Oh, yeah, we talked about the Catwoman suit thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that she was... but didn't she show quite a bit? It was a Sling Blade with Billy Bob Thornton.
Oh yeah, yep. Mm-hmm.
I've only seen parts of it. I haven't seen the juicy parts. I've only seen the acting parts.
You've seen the other parts.
Well, you saw lots of parts,
but it's not always the parts you were hoping to see. So,
well, have you ever seen the movie Don't Look Now?
Mm-hmm.
Don't Look Now had Donald Sutherland and their son dies, and they have to go back to Italy. It's basically an American giallo. But there's a lovemaking scene with Donald Sutherland that one goes on too long, and two, I don't mind seeing, naked man's a naked man. I don't need a close up of Donald Sutherland's ass. I really don't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, for some that might be a that's a no-go. Abort mission.
To the point where you see the dimples of his ass.
I don't or like the hair in the crack moment. Yeah, that's how you know.
There's a movie with Harvey Keitel. Is it Bad Lieutenant? I'm not sure. He's
might be an
alcoholic cop essentially. And there's one scene where he walks out of the bathroom. He's in the middle of the night, and he's just flat out straight naked. He just walks. And again, I'm not prudish. Yeah, you see enough female vaginas and breasts. I'm not sexist. I'm just like, wouldn't you rather see, I don't know, John Travolta than Harvey Keitel?
I'd rather look at what was her name? I'd rather look at an up close full nudity scene with Joan Rivers than most of the men there. So
okay, do you want to take this in a different tangent?
Sure.
What was the first movie you saw in the theaters where there was nudity?
Oh,
you can answer this.
Oh gosh, I gotta think.
I remember very distinctly.
Well, you may as well start it because we got to think of ours for a minute.
So, I think it was about 1986, and I don't know, 87, 85, somewhere in that range. And back in the day when PG-13 was a stronger PG-13 than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to see Coming to America.
Yeah, okay.
With Eddie Murphy. And there's a scene.
That'd be my first one.
And there was a scene at the beginning where he's at his royal palace and he's sitting in a hot tub or a large vat of water of some sort. And he's sitting there nicely. And then all of a sudden, these two gorgeous women who are naked, you only see the top of it. They come out of the water. So they've been under the water doing things. And they declare the royal penis is now clean.
Oh, yeah. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't really recall. The only one that comes to mind, but it couldn't have been the first I saw. I'm trying to think. I got to go back. Oh my gosh, I got to go back. Let me see.
The other one I can think of is I saw it on videotape. What's the one with Aykroyd and Eddie Murphy? Where they're stockbrokers.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I know it's yeah.
And Dan Aykroyd is in the room with his with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah, I can't think of what it's called. I know which one you mean though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly, I'm trying to go back. Like, is it movie? You just said movie, not in the theater, like movie in just general, like that you saw.
Well, it could be like I remember my first one in the theater. I don't necessarily remember my first one total, but I do remember.
I'm trying to think. I honestly, I don't remember. I mean, I can tell you some I remember distinctively watching that I didn't know was going to have it. Like The Graduate was one. Interview with a Vampire was one. Trying to think. It's really interesting. Your what?
My first movie I went to see with nudity, and it was American Pie.
Oh yeah, there's that one.
American Pie gave me a nice leg cramp for a while there.
Mental images we could do without.
The actress, what's the actress's name who played her? She just went on to OnlyFans and made like $10 million her first week.
Was it Tara Reid?
No, not Tara Reid. No.
We're gonna look it up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Was it the girl that said band camp?
Yeah, band camp. That's right. Yeah. No, that not her. She was the one that was in what I know. What about My Mother? What was that one with Doogie Howser in it?
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. Yeah.
No, Sam, it's Trading Places.
Okay. That's right. Okay. Is it not Allison Hannigan? That's the only one I could.
No. Now this is how our world is different. In 1984, my mom pre-screened Revenge of the Nerds. And if anybody's seen Revenge of the Nerds, there's lots to be seen. I love the movie, but it's a lot to be seen. And my mom, I was 10, my mom goes, yeah, it's fine. Nowadays, I don't know, maybe CAS would get called.
Let's see. Only the females. Natasha Lyonne.
In American Pie? No. It's what's her name? American Pie.
Because Tara Reid is on this list.
Yeah, no, it's not Tara Reid. It is Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh, okay. Okay.
She plays an exchange student in the movie. Doesn't she, like a Swedish exchange student or something?
Yeah. Let's see, was she really in How I Met Your Mother?
No, Hannigan was.
Allison Hannigan. Well, yeah, that I know.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I honestly don't know what Shannon Elizabeth has done outside of the American Pie film.
Let's see. Was not Shannon? No, it doesn't say. But yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, let me just type in. Okay, Shannon Elizabeth. Elizabeth. You know how sometimes Yahoo gives you the words? Shannon Elizabeth, American Pie. The next one, Shannon Elizabeth, No Top.
We're gonna have to check your browser history once in a while.
Okay. I'm just trying to. I saw that she's now 52.
Yep.
It makes me feel good because we're approximately the same age. But I can't find the exact article here. But apparently, the first week she just blew it up. Like
I remember that. I think she hit like an all-time record, like more than anybody ever had for
something like that. Okay, we'll go to one more Jason, then I will go outside.
Yep.
Okay.
Which actually might be our last topic for the next. We're already at an hour.
Yeah.
Marker, so.
Okay. All right. Last one. Okay, this is going to be a good topic. Now, Jace, it's about sports, but you don't need to know the ins and outs.
Be calm. Be calm.
So Jaylen Brown gets fined after referee rant. A perfect sports topic. So Jaylen Brown plays for the Boston Celtics. They lost to the New York Knicks in the playoffs.
Philadelphia 76ers.
Philadelphia 76ers. What did I say?
Mm-hmm. The Knicks.
Oh, sorry. Philadelphia 76ers, yeah.
Yeah.
And Jaylen Brown claims that in pretty much every game he was targeted by the referees.
Yeah.
And he was given something like 12 offensive fouls when the next closest person in the playoffs had 5.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's calling
the NBA ref have agenda against him.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think he was fined like $50,000 or something.
Probably.
And it gets into the debate. How much do we expect of referees? They're only human. They're going to make mistakes. Or was it something where they were looking for it and they found it?
Well, the problem too is this is where my argument back is, and I get that. And to err is human, and I expect the refs are going to make mistakes. That's just common knowledge for that.
That's par for the course. Yeah.
However, but nowadays with like the MLB's doing it with their instant replay, like they're expanding what the NFL does. If you have replays and you're either not checking it or you are checking it, if you're not utilizing that tool and you're making calls that potentially you could be wrong, that could spell a huge problem. Because again, like there could be the times like when they say, oh well, under 2 minutes in NFL, score any scoring touchdown, everything has to be reviewed. But certain things you can't challenge. Like if it's a controversial call, especially, and if you're able to review it, you should be reviewing it because again, you might miss something, you might see it wrong, you might have.
The most egregious I've ever seen was there was a number of years back in baseball. There was a pitcher that was going for, I don't even think it was a no-hitter. I think it was a perfect game. Mm-hmm. But it might have just been a no-hitter. I can't recall exactly. But the third out that would have got it for him, the umpire at first base made an awful call. He should have been called out, but he was given, and that broke up the no-hitter, Yep. And I understand technology. Now, on the other side, I was watching an NBA game last week, one of the playoff games, and in the last 2 minutes, they had 3 of those. Let's look it over. I mean, it took 20 minutes to do the last 2, so you got to balance expediency with how close can you get, or how much can you live with the human error element?
Right. Well, and the thing is that now for me, here's a perfect example. And I say this because I'll never forget this game. It was the NFC Championship game 2018, 17, somewhere in there. No, 2018 with the Rams versus the Saints. And that pass interference call that wasn't called, like it's blatantly pass interference. Like I almost broke the TV, like, and I was rooting for New Orleans, like to see them go, like, that kind of thing. But like when it's that was a blatant call. Like Stevie Wonder could have made that call. Okay. Like clearly when you have moments like that and it could have been reviewed, should have been reviewed, it was still held up. It's clearly pass interference. For one example, what's the number one rule when they say a defender, as far as the defender has to do when they're trailing the receiver? They have to do what? The ball's in the air. They got to look back and locate where the ball is. And Nickel Roby-Coleman did not do that. He literally tackled, was it Robert? No, it was Meach. I forget who the receiver was. Tackled an open field. Like clearly wasn't even, it broke every rule for that one there. It's like an obvious call. If it's a close call, I can see that. Because again, close calls, as they're called, close calls are hard to determine. But if it's an obvious call, and then even if you review it and you can still see it and you still say it's a good call, there might be a problem there. So
the way that in most of the sports, I don't know every single, maybe MLS does it different or the National Lacrosse League or something. But for the four major sports, the call stands unless you can prove otherwise.
Okay.
And if there's no irrefutable proof, you got to go with what was called. Now, the problem I see, at least like in hockey, they have a rule where if it's a double minor or a major, I think it's if you give them 5 minutes or 4 minutes on a double minor, you can review it. The referees can review it. And then they can look at it and say, oh, no, it's just a 2-minute high sticking penalty. But so the referees use it almost as a safety guard to go back and look at it. Whereas if they just called a 2-minute penalty and the other coach goes, hey, that's a ripoff, blah, 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 they can't look at it. So, and in baseball, they're using that strike pitch count as a tactical advantage sometimes.
Right. So, again, there's always this debate's going to go on, like even with AI and stuff to where it is now. There's always going to be these debates and topics about cleaning up the human error side of it. Is the machine side of it, is the computer components making error? Like there's always going to be this back and forth. Nothing's ever...
I think the first sport to do it effectively, it might even have been the first sport to do it, was tennis. Because if it's in the line, you don't hear the ding. And if it's outside the line, you hear the ding.
Yeah.
The only person to ever, who the only person to ever argue it was? Jimmy Mack.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
Johnny McEnroe. He would argue. He would still argue it.
And again, back to the main topic of the Jaylen Brown comments, and I saw those too. Like, listen, it's end of the day, it's what it is. The series is over. There's always next year. They'll come back. I mean, listen, I didn't think Boston was going to get as far as they did, so kudos at least to them there. They were
dealing with injury, all kinds of stuff.
Free agency will come up. They'll make some moves. The drafting again, like you start fresh. It's over. It's over. It could be a bad call or two, but see, I hate when teams do this. Or players and teams do this because it's crying foul like after the fact. Like, listen, it might have been a bad call. It might have been this. It could have been that. It may have been. There's all these variables. This, that, and the other. But at the end of the day, the final whistles, everything's done. You can't reverse it. You can't refute it. It's over. Like. You got to move on and say, all right, season's done. We just got to focus and regroup and come back next year.
Did you ever see a clip of the hockey team years ago, the Buffalo Sabres? Jim Schoenfeld was the coach. And it was, I don't know, a late season game. And the referee, Andy Van Hellemond, made a call he wasn't happy with. And they had cameras in the hallways. And Schoenfeld followed him to the referee's room.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He yells, hey, go have another donut, Don.
Yeah.
and go eat another donut. Nowadays, he would be canceled. He'd be lambasted.
You can't say, yeah. Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, no, and like I said, it's a telling sign of the times. And again, I know they're trying. It's just like we talked about, like trying to make games safer, like the NFL. Going from, I understand protecting the players, but when the rules change where you really can't do a lot, you can't really touch or tackle. Like obviously, it changes the element of it. So in the same context with like the calls, missed calls, it's the nature of the beast. It's always going to happen.
Yeah.
And, as much as the leagues are trying, whether it's baseball, basketball, football, hockey, whatever, because hockey reviews too. I think every major sport now basically does
major
reviews.
Sport does now, yeah.
If you have it, you have a chance for it. You try very hard to, get it right. But in the same token, you just know that somebody's going to end up making a mistake. Mistakes are just part of life for that. So
I mean, the question, you want to make sure that the fan experience is good, and so you have to factor in game flow.
Right.
So I don't mind them looking at something. I think basketball probably they look at it forever. I think they're the longest, and the hockey guys do sometimes. The football guys, they're a little quicker because they're under that hood and they got the time,
Yeah.
And baseball's usually within 30 seconds. Nope, it's a foul ball. Or it's
that's fair too. But like it's the concept and the idea that, you just have to really realize that mistakes are part of everything. And so look at it this way. I say this too. When you lose the game, and it was 109-100, I think was the final score of that game 7. Look, kept it close, competitive. It was a good series. I mean, Boston really was a dominance in the beginning, but it's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. Sometimes, things start out strong, but sometimes the best. And I hate to say this, and it's not a shot there, but just the most recent one I referenced where I said this before, and I know Bill has heard me say this, and I'm not doing this to make you feel bad. But the World Series for that one there, Blue Jays could have had that series, and it's especially hard losing at home because you lost in Toronto there. I mean, but the point of it is you look at it and say, and I said this to people too, like, look, in this case, losing the World Series, it always hurts. Losing a championship always hurts. All right, let's be honest. But Toronto's case, I always say, they had a heck of a season. At least they got there. I know it's not so much to say, oh, well, it's a consolation, which it is. But at least the concept is you made it this far. It's a testament to what the team.
There's 28 other teams that would want to be there.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like your testament is, and again, don't get me wrong. I've been on losing teams. I know how it stinks, but you got to take some positives, and then you say, okay, what can we do to come back, and try to repeat it? Because I think they have talent there, and the same thing right now at Boston. They have talent coming back. So show a little bit more class. Don't be kicking rocks and throwing things and tantrum. Move on. You're going home. The series is over. You're home. It's just time to focus on next season and let it go. I mean, it's just, but that's what I say. Any professional level, old, young, no matter what part you are in your sport, it's bad blood.
Around my household, Jeff Hoffman is a dirty word.
Jeff Hoffman. I'm trying to think who that. I don't even know who that. I heard that.
He was the reliever that gave up the home run to a guy hitting 190.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. That's probably why I don't try to remember him.
I will say my final bit on this, and then we'll close up. There was a playoff game in the NHL in the mid-'80s. I know it was the Hartford Whalers, and I think it was against Quebec. And the puck was in the middle. There was a scramble in front of the net. There had to be 8 guys within, 3 meters of each other. 3 meters, probably a meter. And somebody took a shot, and it was all jumbled, and the referee gave a goal. And the replay showed it didn't even get near the net.
Right.
But at that point, the referee couldn't see. He assumed it went in, and it didn't affect the outcome. But that's what you're trying to avoid.
Yeah, and the errors there, and it happens. But in a case like that, it's jumble. It's hard to get in. Like there's some calls that are just so tough to make. But for me, it is like I said, it's the dumb ones that are blatantly obvious though too. Yeah. That are, if it's common knowledge, you can see it. There's some of these plays we see, we can see it. Doesn't even really need to be reviewed. You can tell right away it was not that call, whatever it was. You see a lot of these challenges for that.
Can you imagine if they had replayed back in the 70s when the Immaculate Reception with Franco Harris? Did it touch the ground? Did it not? they had to literally, at the speed of they were going, make that judgment call right there.
I mean, I went back and watched that clip and slowed it down. It looks to me like he caught it. Like there's barely any space between the ball and the ground, but it's not touching. So
it's one of those calls where if the referee said or the umpire said it's no good, you can't dispute it. Like there's no evidence either way. Sometimes I saw a pitch with the Jays through the other day, and there was literally a millimeter between the ball and at that point, you're not getting mad at the umpire because he missed it or whatever,
So there you go. So if you guys, and again, at any point you guys have topics you want to share, you want to debate this, talk with us about it. We'd love to hear more feedback. So please, by all means, give us a shout out there. We appreciate everybody, watching, commenting there. Again, you guys see we do have to engage with the comments, so please feel free to comment there. But as we're going to wrap up, we want to do a couple announcements. We don't want to do too many. We're going to do some more over this weekend because we have the other shows. We can format that, and we've talked about some of these already, but we are excited about a few things. We'll share some bigger announcements on some other platform shows. We don't want to give too much away right off the bat, but we're going to do that soon. But what we have going right now currently, and we'll start with this.
I was going to say, do we want to have Big Hoss introduce something?
I'm going to do that's what we're going to do first. So if I wasn't so rudely interrupted, no, I'm kidding.
See, Hoss, sometimes a co-host is good and sometimes it's not so good.
Sometimes they're a pain in the ass. Yeah, see that? I do have to get the thing. I didn't add it in here. Let me find it. I did download it, right?
So you're not so ready
now.
I
did with the background on the group chat. Did you see that?
Yep.
Yes. Oh, actually, I got to go out and download it. Apparently, I didn't download it. What's wrong here?
I didn't know you could take one of your own pictures and add it to the background.
I didn't know that either. Were you just fooling around and it happened, or did you know about it?
I just went to customization, and it gives you the option to either AI themes or upload an image.
I mean, you know what's scary is, like, I'm 51. When I have tech issues, I talk to my 10-year-old. She knows. She knows. Like, she might not know all the intricacies, but
it gives you all these things.
Oh, okay.
That you can choose from, but then at the top there you can
choose your own or customize or however. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm thinking about changing on my TV. It all of a sudden just goes to stock Google Photos.
Why is this a thing now? Hold on.
See, talk about breaking the flow.
I seriously sit. Okay, I'm gonna leave a comment for feedback. For StreamYard is just stupid sometimes. Yeah, it's not even there. It's the same thing with the when we did what's his name for the poster when we did the show.
Do you want me to transfer it over to you?
I have it. The problem of it is that for some reason when it connects to StreamYard to upload the photo, it's showing me it's not in there. I know I have it. Like. Let me see.
You can't argue with the man.
I'm going to try. We can still talk about it, but I want to trying to get a visual here. I don't have anything. What?
So, Big Hoss, what would you like to tell them that's new on your plate?
We could do that. Yeah, let's just start with that.
So, I will be starting a new podcast with a co-host of mine, Carter. It is called Take a Hit Podcast. It will be about marijuana and marijuana-related things.
So we have actually. I'll use this one. We have it. This was the starter one. This is not the actual one. We updated it, but just to give you kind of an idea, it's similar to this.
Fun and informative cannabis conversations. 420 Talk. Take a Hit Podcast. Yep. Listen to it on Spotify, YouTube, and what's the other one?
iHeartRadio?
Something. And
I can't see it because you won't take the ticker off.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, YouTube. It probably says YouTube.
Apple Podcasts.
Oh, Apple. So I would imagine he gets into things like experiences. He gets into things like medical uses.
Yeah, medical uses, different strains.
Different strains, funny experiences you've had. Tell stories.
Thinking the first episode will be about cannabis.
You know what would be a great topic? It's not my podcast, but if you can remember it, talk about the first time you got stoned and you can remember it.
Oh, that's a good story.
There you go.
But don't give it away here. Don't give it away here.
And of course, it's only on the Airway Kingdom Network as well, just so we clarify that.
During your smoke sesh, Bill.
Okay, we'll do that, yeah.
But also part of the Airway Kingdom Network, the only exclusive place you can hear that as well. So check that out. That's going to be new.
And I have a feeling that Carter and Big Hoss, I might make the odd visit there. Let's just say that.
Yep, I'm just working behind the scenes. That's it.
No, ladies and gentlemen, Big Hoss and I are trying to peer pressure Sam on a holiday or special occasion to have an edible. And over time, we'll make sure we milk the show long enough that the effects will kick in.
Yeah. Well, knowing myself,
will kick in 30 minutes into the show.
Not even 30 minutes.
Guess what? For Sam Crow's enjoyment, he will just sit back and I'll run the show that night.
I don't know if I call that enjoyment, but
if you want to double it up, he takes an edible, and this isn't pressure. This is just throwing things at the wall. You can buy the marijuana drink. So you have the edible, and then you're sipping away on orange juice, and you get up and you can't feel your legs.
You just want me to die, basically.
No.
It's very hard to die on marijuana.
No.
Nobody has ever died on marijuana ever.
I have never heard of anybody getting addicted unless it's mentally. There's no physical addiction to marijuana.
There's no physical addiction. There's a mental addiction to it.
Yeah. But I mean, you could have a mental addiction to...
if you have a very high... if you have a very addictive personality, you're going to get addicted to it.
Yeah,
but you can get addicted to pretzels. It's all mindset.
Yeah.
Yep. But case in point, it's going to be a good show, so you guys can check it out. That'll be Thursday nights. We're also going to feature it on it'll be on our YouTube channel as well as probably the network one for a little bit at least, so you guys can catch that there. If you're subscribed there, you can find it.
Listening. Would you look at that?
Yes, she is. What else do we have? We have something else we were going to share.
Thank you for listening, Londa, Miss Londa.
Yep, we appreciate that.
Of course, Yolanda, we need comments and stars and subs. So don't be afraid to tell us what you think of it.
Oh, that reminds me too. Actually, I can say, make sure for more, and it's talking about that too. Make sure you guys, if you can, give us some support. Like and subscribe, and click the notifications bell if you want more great content like this. You can also check out the YouTube channel is here currently. We're going to add some more things, but the link is up here in the QR code. We also have some other information we're going to share as well.
Do we have any pods that I'm not aware of? No problem. I honestly, we appreciate it. And the word gets out. We look forward to working together in the future. So that's going to be awesome.
And also like and follow all socials for that as well. We appreciate the support there. And then, of course...
I was going to say, are there any ones where we're still looking for potential podcasters?
The only one would probably... we have a couple. We'll get to those in just a second, actually. I think I have one at least I want to share. We've been sharing this one. Maybe two. We'll do those. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, yes. Make sure you guys tune in. Also, a reminder for you all. Friday night, brand new Three Amigos podcast episode. You guys can tune in if you want to get all the latest update debauchery that goes on. You're not going to want to miss that, so tune in for that. That'll be here too. Yes, and then so we do have our generic. We're always looking for talent to add to the network. Again, if you have a show or show idea, you're welcome to come on. We're also looking for sponsors that want to be supportive, or at least we can work with you to get your information and products out, things like that. We're always looking for guests on the show. But to be a little bit more specific, we still have a couple podcasts that we are going to recirculate because we haven't had too many inquiries yet, but I know they're out there somewhere. Let me find the other one. I know I have the one here. I should have just done that, actually. That would have worked. We'll start with this one, and then Bill can do the spiel while I find the other one. So one of the two ones that we are looking for sure. This is one right here.
So ASMR, if you ask me what it stands for, I'd have to look it up. But I do know that ASMR is people who get relaxed or get stimulated by hearing sounds. So if you like the sound of paper scrunching, if you like the sound of packing bubbles, if you like the sound of chopping food, or you like the sound of the wind blowing by your window, these are the sorts of things you can hear on ASMR. I was first made aware of it by someone who asked me to hear a food mukbang. I had no idea what that was. Turns out it's a guy slurping and eating lasagna.
Basically.
That's what I watched.
Yep.
So if that is something that you like and are appealed by, and you want to get into it, or you currently have an ASMR podcast and you're independent, or you're an experienced podcaster that wants to jump on this opportunity, we're willing to listen.
Yep.
Email kingdomnetwork@gmail.com.
There you go. And we'll talk to you more there. And then the other one we have as well, another one that we're looking for, it's an interesting one too, if you guys are interested.
Now, true crime is right now super hot, particularly amongst females, but there are lots of males that love it too. And true crime essentially is getting the best of the police blotter and creating articles about it. When I was younger, because I was a horror guy, I read a lot about John Wayne Gacy or Ted Bundy or Son of Sam. Those would be your classic true crime things. But you could have something that's in your state, in your province, in your town. Just don't get yourself in trouble getting in the middle of a crime investigation. But there's enough that's either online or in books or something that somebody's told you. There's an endless supply of things. So if that's something that interests you, email us at airwaykingdomnetwork@gmail.com and we will put things into action.
Yep. And then as soon as I find it, I'm just doing one more thing so we can do some other final mentions. I got to find the right photo. And again, we have these. Usually we do script these things, but give me a second. Hang on. I know it's here somewhere.
Hang on. Hold your head up. Oh, hold your head up. Oh, hold your head up. Oh, hold your head high. Everybody sing Fog Hat with me.
I'll let you enjoy that.
When they turn the pages of history to the days that passed long ago. Who can tell me that song based on 2 lines?
Big Hoss loves that song.
You get to become not permanent, but a member of PodSquares for the next episode. If you email us and tell me the song, when they turn the pages of history to the days that passed long ago.
There we go. Okay, so now.
Okay, now Sam has completed his tweaking.
First, a shout out to the audience there.
Maybe you want to do one then, Pamela. No pressure, but if you do know somebody, okay, you're going to have to inform me about it because I don't know that story.
There you go. We also want to show. I want to take this photo off. Now we're done with that. Also, some other quick promos for us. If you guys want more content, we're going to have some more stuff coming out this weekend. Make sure you check us out, J&J Production Studios, What's Up Bro podcast show. We have several that we feature. You guys can catch it there. I have it down at the bottom. The link tree is there. It shows our YouTube channel also.
Now, because we have certain people listening, is the K a Kick? Is that Kick?
That's Kick, yes.
There you go. See, we got her.
Yep. We haven't used it much. We'll have to get back in there, but we might re-engineer that at some point. And then also, of course, lastly, we have one other show we want to feature since everybody's here. But
Music, Movie, Sports, and Stuff is a wonderful podcast. If you like the sound of my voice or the way that I tell a story, you'll love this podcast. It's 2 hours or less. Most of them are about an hour and 20 to an hour and 40. And it's divided into 4 sections. The first, music, obviously, and then movies. I usually do a movie review or I focus on an actor or actress. Sports, you can just tell by my rambling. I don't need to prepare sports stuff. I can just talk about the headlines. And stuff. Everybody loves stuff. Stuff could be something from the headlines. Stuff could be something from history. Stuff could be something I see walking home. Or we could talk about nature. We could talk about knitting. Whatever's on the top of my head. So check it out on all of your podcatchers, on Spotify, on iHeartRadio, on Apple Podcasts, on Cashbox. You type it in and you'll find it.
And also on Airway Kingdom Network. There you go. Boom.
And on the Airway Kingdom Network. Now, we do have some technical issues because it's audio and not video, but we'll sort that out.
We might have some plans for that. So we are working on a project for that. We are going to try to see if we can get Jumpstart Bill to the 21st century, or I think we're still in the 21st century. And I got some ideas. We might play with that over maybe the weekend. So we can, I'm going to do some editing actually in here afterward. You actually, I have that. I think you sent me that. I have the photo right there. I'll use that for the logo thing. Okay. I got some ideas. My turn to do a little fun creativeness here. So I'm going to work on that, and then we're going to play with that at some point. And we'll work on that later. But so great things happen there as well. We have other things we're going to share on the other shows we got going on. Also, actually, one more promo. I should put this one out there because we're coming to be close soon in the next couple of weeks. We have a couple special shows coming up, but the next closest one, and make sure you mark your calendars. I got to add the correct. I'm actually going to take this one out. I think this is the old one. It looks like it.
I was going to say, does it involve spices?
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
There it is. I want to make sure I do the updated one. There we go. Mark your calendars. The date is on this one here, but coming to you live via, and it's brought to you by the Three Amigos podcast, presents the Cinnamon Challenge. Who can handle the heat? Friday, May 22nd, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys can come join us. Participate if you want. You're welcome to do it. If you want to come in and join us live, you can. Let us know. If you want to just comment in here or send video.
Challenge.
What?
We did announce my challenge.
Yes.
Well, also, just to let you know, Big Hoss, that Sam had some alternate ideas, so you guys can hash that out.
No, the crab cheese wontons was my challenge.
Oh, no, I understand that, but Sam has some other things he might want to.
Yeah, because we talked to Poe, and he said that's not really a challenge thing, so he wanted to mix it up too. So.
And Pamela, if you're listening, you are
more Yolanda.
Oh, sorry, Yolanda. Bad Bill. Yolanda, if you're watching, you can
challenging.
Hold on. One at a time. Let Bill go. Go ahead, and then you can say.
Okay, go ahead, Haas. Go ahead.
Eating 50 is not challenging.
Without throwing up. I mean, if you do that, we'll give you that much. That could work.
Yeah, that'll work. But Yolanda, if you like cinnamon, all right, you can join in. You take a spoonful of cinnamon, and you have to downer, and you can't have any water or lubrication of any kind, and you have to let it burn for, I don't know, what are we going to say, 3 to 4 minutes? I don't know, whatever.
I think the standard. I have to check the rule book. I think it's 2 minutes, but we can make whatever we want because we're the ones doing it. So we can see.
I've also got. In my head, I was thinking the other night, at some point, we should do the one chip hot challenge.
I want to do that, but some of us are too scared to do it. So
I'll do it.
I get very bad.
Oh, that's right. You can't. Yeah. We'll figure something out.
I will get the heartburn, but you only live once, right?
I think that's true. I think we're going to have Big Hoss. I think we're going to have some slugs, or we're going to get something fun there for that. So
no.
It's going to be... We'll figure something out. But again, you guys don't want to miss that one. Cinnamon Challenge, Friday, May 22nd, 10:30 p.m. Tune in. It's going to be a lot of fun. Who knows what will happen? I'm sure something interesting will. So you can pretty much guarantee that much, if nothing else. So make sure you guys tune in for that also. And that's going to do it here for now. We're glad you guys could tune in for this other episode of PodSquares. Again, more content's going to be coming. We have more announcements we're going to share on other shows. We have a few other shows that are going to be launching, which we'll talk about later. We don't have anything solidified yet, but we're working on it. And again, as always, queries, questions, comments, find us on Facebook. Email us at airwaykingdomnetwork@gmail.com. You can also email us at the studio email too, j_jproductionstudios at yahoo.com, just in case if you can't find us or the other one there. We do check both. So thank you, Yolanda. Have a great night. We'll be in touch.
Have a great night, Yolanda. Hopefully it's a positive experience for you.
Yep. We have more stuff coming. And again, we appreciate you guys being here as well. So with that being the case there, hope you guys enjoyed that. More great stuff to come there. You have been enjoying the PodSquares. What happens in the square stays in the squares. We have and always will be your X's and O's of the show. Tune in next time. You never know who will be here, what will happen, what will go on, but it'll always be entertaining nevertheless. So for all of us here, we appreciate that for you guys. Thank you and good night. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your week. Stay tuned for more great action this weekend and more fun and more all kinds of great stuff. Who knows? You'll have to tune in to find out. Cheers. Good night, everybody. See you again very, very soon. Have a good one.